You just tuned into KCA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls live radio show. If you are listening to us, you can also watch us live on KCAAradio.com or CGDradio.com. Also, if you want to go ahead and give us a call, we are accepting calls for these 2 hours until 9 p.m. Let us know what your New Year's resolution is. If you want to give us some inspiring words, if you want to talk to any of the guests that we have, 888-909-1050. It should also be, if you're on Ustream, on the monitor. So, how was your weekend?
I had a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yes?
I have the best family, best kids that keep me running. I played soccer yesterday with
Soccer?
a 4 and a 5-year-old.
Soccer?
So, yes. Didn't do very well, but hey, kept them laughing.
And for those of you guys tuning in that don't know this voice, this is Claudia, the credit lady.
The credit lady, yes.
You were on 2 weeks ago giving us your credit advice.
No, I was here about
2 weeks ago, right?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yes.
And you're giving everybody the credit advice.
Credit
We
advice
took
for
callers.
December. Yes.
We had, we had the famous Lou Pizarro call too.
Yes, we did. We did.
That was a good show. So now your weekend was great.
I had a great weekend with the boys and the family. That's always fun.
That's good.
Running around,
That's
mommy thing to do.
I rested.
That's a good thing for you.
Let me see, what else did I do? No, I rested.
Yeah,
okay.
that was a good
and
thing.
we have here Yolando. Why are you looking at me like that? We have her here, so if you guys are listening in, she is the creative visionary. I mean, there's just so many titles you have, woman.
I wear a lot of hats.
Let the listeners know who you are. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
My name is Yolando Mitchell-Brown, and I am the creator of a talk show, Everyday Woman, for the everyday person.
And I'm excited to have you. She's also my boss, so I'm excited. We are ending the year right, huh?
Yes, this is the last
I'm excited
show of
about
the
this
year.
show. I think I texted you too, and I'm like, I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm excited
I'm
to be here.
interviewing her, and I can't wait to ask you all these questions to get into your mind, and all these people that are probably watching right now and listening to us. I know they follow us and they follow our Instagram and they follow our Facebook and know everything I'm up to. So now they hear it from you.
I'm excited to be here too. I'm kind of excited to be in your world. And you have a lot of worlds.
This is one of the worlds. This is one of the worlds. But I'm excited. So we are going to come back with you. We're going to go ahead and play one more song, and then we will come back for your interview.
Okay, I'm excited.
All right. You just tuned into KCA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls live radio show. If you're watching us, if you're hearing us, you can watch us live on CGDradio.com or KCAAradio.com. And we are back with Yolanda Michelle Brown. And I wanted Claudia, the credit lady. How do you like it? Claudia or credit lady?
I like the credit lady.
Okay. Credit lady. We're going to have the credit lady introduce Yolanda.
Yolanda. Well, I'm going to go ahead and read her bio so you guys know a little bit, or actually a lot about her. I was reading her biography last night, and I was really impressed. And I'm really honored to be here with you and to be able to share this panel with you. I don't think every day we get this opportunity to be with someone that's very successful. It's a female and someone that we can have the time to share one-on-one and learn from. I think that's always very inspiring to be able to learn from someone. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit about you. Yolando Mitchell-Brown is the visionary creator and producer of Everyday Woman. She grew up in East St. Louis, Illinois, and is the oldest of 3 daughters. She volunteers as a tutor and mentor for School on Wheels, an organization committed to homeless children. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Brown considers herself to be a lifelong student who enjoys learning. While attending and graduating magna cum laude from Los Angeles Valley College, she was extremely active in student government as an officer and commissioner for environmental affairs. Brown helped from many clubs and organizations in college. Then, on a presidential scholarship, went on to California State University Dominguez Hills, graduating magna cum laude. Graduating summa cum laude, Brown recently earned her master's degree in educational multimedia at California State Polytechnic University of Pomona. A strong believer in women having a voice, Brown is an advocate for women's rights, education, children, and the homeless. In her free time, she enjoys staying home with her husband and watching the original 2.5 Men. Brown loves spending time at the library, talking, cooking, laughing, and producing Everyday Woman. So that is a little bit and a lot about Yolando.
I love how
Awesome.
she added the original
original.
2.5 men. I think we all love the original 2.5 men. But I love it that your bio says a strong believer in women having a voice, and I think that's the main focus on the show.
Yes,
correct.
It is the focus.
Tell the people, if they don't hear it from me here, now they have the main person here telling them. Tell them a little bit about the show.
Well, the show is about women having a voice, but also men having a voice too. And it's the everyday person, because sometimes the everyday person feels like they're being left out, and that they don't have an opportunity to be heard. So I just try to put a show together where I bring everyday women as hosts. To be heard, to share their experiences, and also the guests. The guests are everyday people, but these everyday people are doing fascinating things. They are, very active in their community. A lot of them work a 9-to-5 job, and then they have this passion to start another business or a project or be involved in an activity. And I just wanted to share it with other people, so that a lot of people feel like they're alone,
right,
in a lot of things that
yes.
they're doing. So when they get a chance to see that, no, they're not alone, they get inspired by it. So
what makes your show different?
What makes it different is that we do not celebrate celebrities. We celebrate the everyday person, and that's a big deal. I believe that the everyday person is making a comeback, and it's cool. It's cool to have a celebrity, and just maybe lose yourself every now and then in a TV show or movie. But in real life, we need to really connect. I connect more with Anna. I connect more with you. I'm very curious about, all the things you do and the advice that you give. That's more exciting to me than worrying about what the next celebrity is doing. Yeah.
Right. And not only that, but don't you feel that people on a day-to-day scale can relate to that more and feel like they're being heard, they're being understood more than anything? Because I don't know about you, but don't you feel sometimes you go through certain challenges in life and you feel like, is it only me, or has someone else gone through it?
I agree with what you just said, and really that is the premises of the opening of the show. The opening of the show is open dialogue, where we just lay it all out on the table, and we discuss topics that other people can relate to. And sometimes you think that you are alone, and you really are not. It's just that you have yet to have that conversation or be privileged to some counseling or a session where people are like, you know what, I went through this too, and you know what, you can survive. Because it is about hope. The show is really about hope. Once we get past our open dialogue and we go into the everyday issues, those 2 segments really is about hope, how we feeling, how we deal with everyday life situation. And sometimes life can be overwhelming.
Yes.
Until you find someone else who's dealing with exactly what you're dealing with. Sometimes just going to work for some people is painful. They might have a boss that's really working their nerves, or this is making their life very uncomfortable. You know what you do? You bring that feeling home with you, and it really just becomes a part of your life. Until you can learn how to deal with that, you just feel like you're alone. And that's what the show is about. We don't want no one to feel like they're alone. We really want to educate, empower, enhance, and have fun, at the same time. And I think our show does a pretty good job of doing that.
And it's pretty amazing. Credit lady. There I go again.
1-800-CREDIT.
You gotta get a number like that. But being on the other side, as me being one of the hosts too, the words that she says, that you have to feel that you're not alone. And even as being one of the hosts, sometimes, like for me, I thought I was going through my own situation alone, and not until how you said we're working on a certain bio and saying what was your life-changing moment. And I believe my life-changing moment literally was joining these ladies, because it wasn't until I joined this show until I realized, and I opened up, like, I thought it was like a jar of like worms, where it's like, oh man, I thought I was going crazy, but it wasn't until like I met Stacy and all these other women that were all sharing our story and crying. And it's like, I'm not alone.
Did you know I planned that?
I figured.
Because the thing is,
it was intense.
I know all of you guys' back history, but you guys didn't know each other back history, and I had to bring you in a setting that would release it and that you could feel comfortable. Because once you felt comfortable releasing it, then your performance on television would be so much better, because you now knew that you were sitting on a panel with your girlfriends and they had your back. No matter what happened, they had your back. And that's why
it was like a very vulnerable moment, but it also made me be so real that it was just, I had so much bottled inside. But listening to everybody's stories, it was just like everybody was saying their own story and crying, and I wasn't the only one crying. And it was just like, whoever missed that out of the other hosts, they missed out, because it was like our moment, and that was my life-changing moment, to be able to face everything that has been happening to me since I was younger, till now, and being able to be a better person for other people that are looking up to me. It was just amazing. And I believe it goes back to my topic of, even being a host, when people tune in, people are tuning in that we are real. We are real.
They want you to be real. When you're not real, they can feel it and sense it. People can tell. You can't say, oh, I'm real. No, they know. They know by the way you share. And another thing about us is that we're sharing what we want. I'm not forcing them to share what they. I'm not asking them. They decide what they want to share, and we're not having a publicist telling us, "Oh, you can't say this, you can't say that." That's why you got to connect. And we want to connect. We want women to ask us advice. We want men to ask us advice. If we cannot answer it, then we will find a guest that will. Yes.
And that's a great thing, because for the most part, people want to connect with someone that's real, not someone that has a script, or someone that's only saying certain things just to get more ratings, because that's what they're getting paid to do. But people want to connect with someone that you can help me. I can reach out to you, and you're real, and you will, and you care.
And people need
care.
Help. People need help.
People
and a lot of these
help.
talk shows producers don't realize that what a talk show is there to inform, to help people, and they have lost that. Every talk show on television now is the same. You can watch all week, and you can watch one person, one celebrity go on every single talk show and say the same thing.
Yeah, that's true, though. That is true.
On every show.
Sometimes even wear the same thing. I notice it.
That's it. It's no originality.
They were taping the same day.
At least change. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's true. Originality and being real, and the people that are watching, even me, like when I watch talk shows, like I know when somebody's real. I know when I can relate. I want to keep tuning in. If not, then I won't tune in,
Dr. Phil is the #1 rated talk show right now. He rarely has a celebrity on his show.
They're all real people, real problems.
I actually get a chance to meet a lot of his guests. They have problems.
They have problems.
And they're real.
No, they are real.
So, we're going to go up to the next song, and when we're back, we're going to talk about your hosts.
Okay.
I want to hear a little bit about that, and then we'll go, throughout the show. We have a whole hour with you, so, about your vision and where you want this to go, etc. Okay, and you are back with the CGD Live Radio Show, interviewing Yolando Michelle Brown.
Mitchell? Yes.
Oh my God, I can't say it. Hold on. Mitchell.
That's okay. A lot of people say Michelle. I don't know why.
Mitchell. No, but sometimes, how sometimes the words they get you tongue-tied? Like you can't say it? No. Mitchell.
They just reading it really fast.
Okay, Yolando. Okay, so as promised, we were going to talk a little bit about your host. Now, I printed it out, but I don't think you know everybody from top to bottom. So, talk to us a little bit about your host.
Which one?
All of them.
Well, just pick one.
Let's start with Angela. Angela was here, by the way, several months ago. Yeah, several months ago.
Oh, okay. What would you like to know?
A little bit about, like, what they bring to the show.
Okay, let me just
why you pick them, why they're still with you.
Well, when Angela interviewed, Angela had a really good interview, and when she came in, she talked a lot about sports, and I always wanted someone on the show that know about sports. I love sports, and Holly, one of our other producers, she's a really big sports fan, and I didn't really have any hosts that knew anything about sports, but I didn't want Angela for sports. I told her in the auditions, I said, I can tell there's more to you, that you have much more to talk about. And we kind of made a connection. She's like, oh, you get it, you get me. And I want her to go to talk, to actually explore other avenues than sports. Sports is comfortable for her. And she is, she is sometimes she falls back on it as a safety net, but over time I can work with her and get her to where I want her to be. I could see her. She has a very good sense of comedy, comedic timing, and she could be a really good host if she trusts herself. And it's just that comes with practice, though, because I have a vision for every host. Yes.
Ooh, the vision. I haven't even started getting into her brain yet.
So I was like, well, what about me?
I'm saying myself last. She's gonna let me have it. Okay. Let's talk about Amber.
Amber, okay.
Amber Love.
I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. But Amber, when I first interviewed Amber, I thought, wow, okay, Amber's great. But I thought the spot I needed to feel, I didn't end up feeling anyway because it ended up being Stacy's spot. But I say, okay, Amber's not right for this spot. But Amber, I recognized, was such a talent in the audition that I couldn't let her go. So I created, okay, I need a reporter on the street, this, and that. But I have found out that Amber is really good. And she is really, really good. Amber can be a star all by herself. She does not need anyone. She has natural talent. The camera loves her and people love her. She doesn't even know she's that good. I just love everything about Amber. Amber is the total package.
I know she's done since rehearsal, and then from our last filming, she got me at awe. Because literally, I have seen the transformation. Literally, I mean, under your direction, all of a sudden it's wow. I saw it.
I had to convince Amber that we are serious. And not to... this is an observation, I could be wrong, but I think that when Amber is given these great opportunities, sometimes she may sabotage herself and take herself out the running. And that's something that we're going to dive into on the show. But the girl is good. She's raw talent. And I love her.
She's funny.
She is.
Cute, though. She's funny. Sanita
is, oh my God. Sanita is my pit bull. She's one of the moderators for the show. When I decided I wanted Sanita on the show, she didn't even know I wanted her on the show. Sanita was anchoring the Crown City News in Pasadena, and her and I would cross each other in the green room, and I would just start political fights with her for no reason. I just would start fights with her. She did not like me. She would tell you I did not like her. And that's how she would say, I did not like that woman. But Sanita is what I wanted for a lot of reasons. One, she was feisty and she wouldn't back down from a fight, and I like that. Two, she is stunning. She's very smart. And one of the things I do love about Sanita, there is no woman on daytime television that looks like Sanita. She could own the market all by herself. And she is the total package. All the girls are the total package. But yeah, definitely.
Jeslyn
is interesting. Her and I was working together, and I kept saying, Jeslyn, I'm missing a couple pieces. I need a couple pieces for the show, the panel. And she never said. I knew Jeslyn was, taking her hosting classes and everything like that. And finally one day I said, you should come to the panel. And I remember her coming, and she did a show, and I just remember the text messages and calls I was getting from the crew, and the messages I was getting from my husband telling me she's a keeper. She's a keeper. Jeslyn is a natural.
She is. She's really good.
And she may not agree with me, but I think Jeslyn is as good as Kelly Ripa, if not better. And she could be the next Carol Burnett. She is extremely funny, and people do not know that because she's so pretty that people tend to see her beauty. But she's very funny and very smart.
Awesome. Felicia.
Okay, so Felicia, she comes into my office and she looked like this little stepwife, and she's 20-some years old. I knew this she come in, she's like, "Hi, I'm Felicia, and I'm from Texas." And I'm like, okay. So we do the audition, and we sitting through the callbacks, and everybody in the callback, we pick who we want to call back, and Felicia name didn't come up. And I said, you know what, I'm calling her back. I kept saying, I like Felicia. And they was like, nah. I said, Felicia, I like her. She has spunk. And it was just something about her. I needed that age group, and she was the perfect one out of all the people that auditioned. And I liked that she was a redhead too, so that was really cute. But I really liked the way she dressed and presented herself. So I called her back in, and I added her to the list. But Felicia, if she focused and do exactly what she's supposed to do, she is a natural born talent too, and she has it. She has it. People recognize it everywhere she goes. She has the ability to attract people to her, but it's up to her to decide if she wants to be a star or not.
While we're at Felicia, did you get the text message? She's so cute.
No.
You didn't get the text
Which
message?
one?
Happy holidays.
With the Christmas. Yeah, it was very cute in her little bunny things. I know.
Sorry, Felicia, if you're watching this, I had to, but I saw the little. Yeah, I'll show you guys later.
I like it.
It's really cute.
I like some of the texts. I get.
Lindsley.
Feisty. Lindsay was on the show as a host.
She was here last
guest.
week.
She was on there as a guest first. She came on with her husband, which is the best barbecue sauce I've ever tasted in my life. It is that good. And that should be her tagline. It is that good. That's what I always tell her. But she represents that age group and that group of that woman in that, okay, now what's next stage of my life. She's done everything she needed to do, her career. Now she has her husband and everything. But what's next? And there are so many women out there trying to figure out what's next.
Right.
It's true, though.
Because you get to a point like, what?
Right.
I just can't do this anymore. Or you want to try something new.
Or is this all we have?
And she's under this impression that her opportunity, her door is closed. It's not. When you reach a certain age group as a woman, your door is not closed. It's just open. Mary Kay was in plus 50 when she started Mary Kay. Martha Stewart was in her 40s when she when she became Martha Stewart. So over 40 is just the beginning, not the ending.
Yeah. Isn't 40 the new 30s? Isn't that what they were saying?
Yeah. I don't want to be the new 30. I don't need to go back. I'm just happy where I'm at. But, and that goes for a lot of women. A lot of women, we are so fixated on age. That,
I know I'm getting that.
And not just us. You have society. What you going to do when you grow up?
Right.
Okay, so now you're 20, so now what you going to do? Oh, I need to be a billionaire by the time I'm 30. No. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And sometimes you're not ready for that. So, we need to stop that.
Yes. And I think your show, it's a good beginning.
It's a combination of everything. See what I mean? Okay.
Awesome.
Jessica.
Okay, Jessica was my first call back from the audition. I had a hard time trying to locate Jessica. She wasn't answering my call, returning my emails. But Jessica is funny, and she's smart, and she can carry a panel by herself. Again, it was one of those things. 3 people I couldn't let go. Jessica, Amber, and Felicia. So that's when, Jocelyn and I came up with the web show to expand the web and to get the reporter on the street and stuff. But Jessica, again, is going to be an extreme talent. It's up to Jessica, though, to take it to the next level. She's funny. She's bright. She has a lot of great ideas. She is a person that will, when we're like full-blown, syndicated everywhere, every comment Jessica say will trend. She has great comments, and she's a great person. So I just think she's a natural talent.
And I'm going by the show that we actually filmed for, because I know she's not on here, Stacy.
Stacy has been with me since day one. Stacy walked through my door, and no rehearsal. We shot a show, and I'll never forget it. She was sitting on the panel, and they was like, people in the media need to be role models. And Stacy just let all of them speak, and she just stopped, and she just put her hand, and she said no. Because they was talking about Tyra Banks. She said no. It is not Tyra's responsibility to teach my child. It's my responsibility to, And when she said that, it was one of those moments where I went, oh my God. She's that good. She was born to be in front of the camera. But what she does for the show, she is the matriarch. She is the one who brings it back
Together.
home. And she keep us there. And
The
Stacy
nurture.
has evolved. I've watched Stacy go from wearing skirts down here like little Laura Ingalls and no makeup to now she's like, you know, got her makeup and her hair and stuff done. So that's what the show does. It really does, you know, take you
Bring
out that
out.
comfort level that you are and
Right.
still say, you know, I can be a woman, I can look good and still have my values.
Right.
And Stacy is a value. Her values is everything to her. She's very connected to her values.
That's good to have.
Holly.
Holly. Oh, well, Holly and I have an interest. Holly and I met online. We were dating online. But Holly is my rock. If I need something done, she'll do it. And you know, Holly was the moderator of the show until she injured her back. She was really good. She's prepared. She's going to prep. She's going to study. And one thing I like about Holly, she's very, she's all about the show. When I say, Holly, I need you to help me produce the show because I know she can't sit anymore with her back. Because Holly, to me, is the perfect over 40 woman. She is pretty, she is smart, and she is committed, and she's very loyal. And she always put the show first, and so she was like, not a problem, wherever you need me, I'm there. But Holly is the second longest host. Me and her been together since 2008. Yeah.
Okay.
Me.
Okay, so Anna.
Oh no!
You would think,
Record.
you would think in California, Southern California, that I wouldn't have a problem finding a Latino host, a Hispanic host, a Mexican host. So, I couldn't. Not the one I wanted. You have this vision in your head, and you just like, okay, I'm auditioning, and it's not happening. So one day, I get this email, and I forget that Gina told me, my friend Anna, she's this makeup artist. I get this email, and then open this up, and I see this picture, and I was like, oh, are you auditioning for the show? And it was Anna. Because it has to be the right person.
Right.
Each host have to represent a specific group, a woman that everyone can relate to. And Anna is it. She is perfect. She's pretty. She's smart. She's a go-getter.
They're all laughing at us.
And people like her. See, that's
Yes.
another thing. We all have to like each other on the
Yes.
show. For the show to work, we have to like each other. And oh my God, when I saw her, I was like, oh yes. So I remember calling her, and I was like, okay, Anna, you know, we having this, we revamping the show, and we having this big audition, and this is what I need you to do to come to the show. I said, cause Sunita, I was like, Sunita ain't gonna like that. I was like,
Oh, what she say?
I said, you gotta sell Sunita. I said, you gotta get Sunita on, you know, and I want you to do this. So I was kind of like coaching you for the audition. So, because I knew I had already selected Anna, I wasn't going back. I said, because I told, and everyone says this, Sunita says, my husband says, like, Anna's on board, you know, everything comes with, you know, just getting it there. I just had to get Anna there to trust me,
Right.
and to trust herself.
Right.
And not even so much trusting me, but trusting herself. And that's really what it was about. But again, the total package, a natural
there, yes.
talent. We can definitely spin the show off.
We have a caller.
Okay.
Let's put him through. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Who's this?
Hi.
Hi.
My thought
Hello?
to yours is never to look back.
I'm sorry, I missed it. What happened?
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but my thoughts for the future are to never look back.
Oh, your New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
Her wishes for 2014.
Oh, okay, because I did put up a post. Awesome. Who are you? What's your name?
Alexis. This is Claudia's cousin.
Oh,
Hi, Alexis.
cool. Thank you for calling. And it's
Claudia online?
yeah, she's right here.
Hi, honey.
Hi, baby.
Thank you for calling. In a way, never to look back in life or in a relationship or in.
You're in a relationship,
Okay.
I guess, and
How do girls know, huh?
move on.
That's awesome.
No.
Though. No, don't look back. Don't look back.
Only look back if it's for the positive things to help you out for a better future.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, where are you calling from? What city?
La Puente.
La Puente. Thank you so much for your support and for calling in.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
What were you guys talking about, anyways?
Oh, well, you can watch us live right now.
On what?
On cgdradio.com or kcaaradio.com, and you can watch us live on Ustream.
Okay.
Watch us live. We have another hour and a half.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, love you, cousin.
Love
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
I was going to hang up with my microphone. I'm like, so, what about me again?
Can we start all over about what about Anna?
She's fabulous. She's fabulous.
No, but you know, like, going back to that, though, like, that, I was just trying to audition for
A segment.
their segment.
Segment.
And I wasn't even auditioning. I was coming out on your segment, right? So Gina from Pinna for Vets was going to get on, and somehow that's all I was writing for, to give her my bio and my information and stuff, and then she sent me that. And you know, I think of everything as a sign. What did I tell you? And you know, when that happened, a lot was going on at that moment. But literally, I think now, you know, I kind of, you know, going through certain stuff, it's like you kind of lose it a little bit, you know. Not that I was never on focus, but I think in my grieving moment, you know, now I'm back on track and I'm ready. I'm ready. But thanks to the women of Every Way Woman, I was able to find myself.
You know,
literally.
Eventually that's going to be something we do as a team. We're going to go out there and
put her through.
Can I hear? Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
How are you? You can't hear?
No.
Hold on. Give me one moment. Here, put these on.
Try these.
Hello,
Hello.
Stacy.
Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Anna. How are you?
I'm doing great.
And this is Stacy. For those of you guys that are tuning in, this is Stacy, one of the hosts from Every Way Woman. What city are you calling from?
Long Beach.
Long Beach. Did you want to tell something to Yolando?
I just wanted to tell you guys I was watching the stream, and I'm so very proud of you guys. It was just so inspiring. And, you know, Anna, you have a special place in my heart. Yeah, you and I share something very special from the first moment that we met. And
yes.
So I just wanted to tell you as I'm watching the stream, and Yolanda means more than she'll ever know. Her vision and her passion as a woman, and her reaching out to just follow her dreams, and irrespective of the adversities that have come and all of the roadblocks that appear to be there, she's just taking the show forward. And I'm so excited on what 2014 is going to offer with Danita and Deslin and Jessica and Amber and Lindsay and Felicia and Angela and Anna. I just think it's going to be amazing. So I just wanted to call in and give my support. Anna, your show is amazing. You do your thing and you do it great, and I love you guys. And I would be remiss if I didn't just call in and say, hey.
Thank you so much. Honestly, like, this is the woman, literally, that it's just so much was shared that day at that meeting. Remember the one I told her that we all went and we shared our stories? This one was the woman that got to me, literally. I think I'm telling you, if you were there, I think you would have been like, what just happened? It was that good. But thank you so much. Literally, she held my hand.
Transformational moment.
Well, it was my transformational moment, yes. And I don't think I would ever stop thanking you, Stacy.
Well, thank you, too, for being a part. Just opening up. And we're going to get a chance to talk. But, Anna, I tell you, every day I think about that. And I just applaud you for your bravery. I applaud you for just stepping and walking in your purpose. And you are going to continue to have great, great, great things.
Thank you.
So the show looks great. I'm watching it. I'm at home under the weather, but I had to call in to see you guys. Yolanda, love you guys.
Can I add one thing?
Go for it.
You know, Stacy's been with the show from day one. But another thing, Stacy's daughter used to intern and work as an associate producer when she was like 13 on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, just Kennedy. She's so amazing. And Stacy would bring Carrington, and she would come in the control room, and she would work the character generator. So all of us is just like we just all have just dug our hands in and got dirty, and just a great time. But the show Stacey brings something to the show that, it was that piece, right? And you can tell.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
It is true, though.
It's
when you see something develop and there's something missing, and then when you meet that person, okay.
Yeah, it was when we was at Stacey's house. Lauren, she pulled me aside and she said, "Okay," she said, "I was worried at first." That's what she told me. She's like, "But now that I'm at Stacey, everything's okay."
And, I was laughing because I was hearing Yolanda say that she remembered when I used to wear my dress down long. And as you know, Anna, at the last shoot, I got my hand slapped because I broke out my long dress. And Yo B was like, "What the he's what are you doing?
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing?" So every now and then I try to bring back my long dresses, and Yolanda's like, "No, we've evolved from there." But
you were rocking that short skirt, though. Well, it wasn't that short, but like the...
She looks
not
good.
too short,
you know
Anna,
what?
No, it wasn't short, but it was shorter than the long one.
Stacey looked good. She came a long way. I don't care really what size a woman are. You should never be afraid to be a woman. There are times when there are certain places that is inappropriate. Right. But people, when you're on television, people expect you to look a certain way, and then they want to be like you and dress like you, and that's the whole thing about with the way we dress on camera and things like that. Our clothing is still for the $50. It should be affordable, $50 or under for the everyday woman. Right. But Stacey looks good. She lost a lot of weight. She looks really good, and she's a beautiful woman. She's a former. Aren't you a former homecoming queen or beauty queen or something?
I was all of that. But Anna, I had a special message for you.
Ooh.
I've had an opportunity. We're, as Yolanda's talked about, that we're really taking our show forward, and our pilot that we shot. I did a private screening in my office, and I tell you, all of the young women, every single one of them were like, "Wow, I love her vintage style. She is beautiful. She's so relatable." And I really wanted to share that with you because they just kept going on about your hair and your makeup.
Oh, cool.
And the way you brought off the vintage. So
I wasn't even wearing my rose.
You popping it. You doing your thing.
So glamorous every day. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. You guys have a great
Thank
show.
you for calling in.
Happy
New Year.
Happy Kwanzaa. You know what? And one thing I do want to add, you're all business. Of all the hosts on the show, besides Anita, Anna, that joined us recently. It's all business. And that's what I like about her. She's like, let's do this.
Right.
It's important that even though it's a talk show and we're doing so, we still got to realize it's a business and we got to get stuff done. And the reason, another thing, she had her own career going. That was so important to me because other women look to that. You know how many women are juggling 2 or 3 careers?
Yes, many.
A lot.
Many out there.
We need the Annas of the world.
Yes.
And then Anna also owes something. I'm not saying she owes it, but she's going to have a following like nobody business. It's just so many young girls that you can reach and young women in your community, in your background, or just going to be like, oh my God, look at Anna.
Yes.
Because sometimes it does take that one person that looks like you to encourage you. And I remember when I was growing up, when I looked, I was like, oh, I was watching the news, and her name was Robin something. I got to remember. It's going to come to me. But, when I look and I said, oh, it's a black woman on television. She's doing the news. And that was really encouraging to me at that time, And I was like, that's pretty cool, Because you sometimes when you dream.
Right.
And you dream big, if you don't see no one else like you, sometimes it's scary. And also it can hold you back. You're like, well, I can't do that.
Right.
It's always a trailblazer. You just have to find her.
Yes.
The conversation's so good, I just said, screw the music. He just keeps saying, do we go to the next song? No, it's getting good. Yeah. Vision. Where do you see the show going?
I see the show going syndicated. I definitely want to license the show. It's very important to me to keep control of the show, whereas not, I got to control the show, but to keep the vision of the everyday woman and man in place. The second thing would be that I want the show to go international. There are so many women that do not have a voice around the world, that do not have an opportunity to be heard, and we have to give them that voice. I would like to make our website within the next 5 years, the website to go to everywaywoman.com for information for women to connect with us. And I want to own a studio, do spin-offs, but then also just give back. I would like my studio to provide 2 days of studio space for visionaries, filmmakers, producers like myself to be able to produce and not worry about the overhead, to get their project off the ground. Money will really hold up a project. And I want to create scholarships and things like that. And I want to create a lot of scholarship from young men. I know this sounds strange, but women in the last 10 to 20 years are given more opportunities than a lot of young minority men, especially because we have created this network of networking and blogging and conferences. And we're leaving our young men behind.
Right.
They're getting left behind.
Good point.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely create some scholarships and different type of scholarships. Not everyone wants to go to school, college. Some people just want to go to culinary school, or like my stepson, who's good with his hands, and he knew early on, he was going to end up working with his hands. So we found a program that benefited him in that way. So, but they need to have scholarships for that. They don't create scholarships for all those opportunities. And then just wherever it takes me, I really want to have conferences and networking events. Our green room is a networking. Oh my God, the women network like crazy in our green room. Everyone's passing cards and let me get your phone number. So it's great. So.
Now, I wanted to do something here, and I had told you about it. I kind of briefly told you. She's like, "Oh, give it to me." Sort of like what you do with us, the host. So I want to bring in, depending on how much time allows, 1 or 2 topics.
Okay.
Because I have 4 ready.
Sure.
Okay.
I can get 4 in.
And let's talk about like if we are on a talk show right now. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Now, there is an article here. Should I take my boyfriend back after he cheated?
No.
Ooh. What do you think?
Because he's a boyfriend.
How about if it was a husband, though?
Well,
it could relate for 2.
If it was a husband, then you go. There's you can go.
They're like,
there's more. There's more of a commitment, and then you have to work things out. I think you should try to work it out if it's a husband-wife situation. But a boyfriend, then neither one of you are ready.
What if you live together?
Well, you shouldn't live together anyway.
Well, yeah.
I was in that situation.
You lived with him.
7 years, and he was a cheater, and that's a part. It's like I told you during dinner. I'm not embarrassed of it because it's like my learning moment where I grew up, and it's like, what the hell was I doing? You know what I mean? It's like, really? Seriously?
But don't we all make mistakes?
Oh, man, that was my biggest mistake. It's like, he would come home with the hickey, and I was fine with it. Come on, really? Seriously, someone slapped me. Well, a lot of people tried slapping me at that
you just
moment.
had to find your confidence.
And I found it.
And
now will I put up with the cheater?
You know what you had to find within yourself? That it's okay to be alone.
Yeah.
And a lot of us don't want to be alone. People look at you and say, well, you go to the movie.
Fine alone.
You go
And
to
a lot
the
of
movies
love,
by
a
yourself.
lot of self-love. I don't think we're taught at an early age to love us.
You are
no
right.
matter how we look or what we look like or who we are. I don't think, at least in my house, I have great parents, but they never said, learn to love you. So where do you start loving you?
It's true, though.
To be able to.
That is a good point, because now thinking about it, I had to love myself in order to start watching my weight, to lose weight. Then I was like, what the hell am I doing with this guy?
Well, you had to be in a relationship with yourself first.
Yes.
And I loved myself. And then after there, I don't even look back.
Okay. What's the next topic?
She's like, let's leave that one alone.
Are you too old to have a baby after 40?
No.
You'll be old to play soccer with them.
Well, just because you have
I'm telling you because I tried.
just because you have a baby at a young age don't make you a great parent.
You're right.
Parenting should come when you're ready. Now, I do believe that society convinced us that we could, wait till we're like 40 to have a kid and stuff. And you can do both. You don't have to wait late. And I think a lot of women are finding out that they may not be able to have kids at such an older age because they glamorize it in movies and TV shows
and it's not glamorous.
and celebrities. And for someone like myself who went through early menopause, I started early menopause at 32. Then I wasn't having any kids. So,
well, I had my first at 35, my second at 36. I have to say that it's the best time for me because I had already done everything I needed to do in my life prior to kids. So now focusing just on my kids, it's a lot easier because everything else is just extra stuff.
I think that's the age.
plus you probably know yourself better too.
That's the age I think I want to have kids. And a little bit before 40.
You gotta get married
38,
first.
39,
Yes.
40.
Oh,
Why?
definitely.
Why you have to get married?
You need to be married first. Kids need parents.
Yes.
2 parents.
Oh,
All this
yes.
celebrity crap that they don't need 2
It
parents.
just
is
bursted my
crap.
bubble over here.
Well, you know what? No, coming from a single mom,
Okay,
I
all
think I
right,
did
all
things wrong. I didn't get married. I had kids because doctors said you want children, have children now, or you're never going to have children. So
They scared you.
yes, so I said, okay, well, let me just go have 2, right? And as a single parent, I didn't realize that I was only doing it more for my need, for me, until I had my children. And then it was the realization of my kids don't have a dad. And now trying to work things out with their dad to do the right thing, it becomes very difficult.
It is.
Not just for us as adults, because I feel I'm cheating him out, I'm cheating myself out,
And
but I'm cheating
the
both of my
kids.
kids.
Yes.
And as much as you try to do the right thing, you make it very, very hard,
Yes.
and it's not fair for them.
Anna's caught in that that generation that's been told that
No.
marriage is, you know, you don't
I
need
never
you
wanted
don't-
to get married.
You guys don't need a man.
No,
I
we
never
need a
wanted
man.
children,
Yeah.
never
We need
wanted
a man.
married. But now I really am trying to focus on my career. I
You can
really
do both.
want to.
You can do both.
Man, I
But be
need Ursa
married.
to be telling
You
me
know
I'm
what?
not.
As much as I'm not married, I'm an advocate to, if you're going to have children, be married because the child needs both parents. And for us women to say we don't need a man, we're completely
don't say
wrong
I don't
because
need a
we do
man.
need one.
Yeah.
And our children need both.
They need 2 parents.
Yes.
And you need someone too to say, "Can you pick those kids up?" I'm getting my nails done.
the wall?
Let's pause for 10 seconds for our legal ID.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM. The station that leaves no listener behind.
One last topic. Plus size Barbie image sparks heated debate. Did you see the Facebook?
I don't know why it's a heated debate. Dolls are useless. I don't even know why girls play with dolls. I can't stand make believe.
I'm one of those. I've never played with Barbies
It's
ever.
such a waste of time. The doll doesn't talk, walk.
But did you see this? Like how they enhance, like literally.
I don't
even
like
think
the
you can
double
see it.
chin.
The double chin on a freaking
They
Barbie.
gave a double chin.
Look.
I
Look
don't
at this.
like it.
No. Look at this. This is better. Like what the
Okay.
hell? That's sad.
I'm going to say this. Maybe there's a middle ground. Maybe if they're going to...
Okay.
The doll should... Both of the dolls. The one is too skinny. One is plus size.
No double chin.
How stupid. Okay, first of all... Why are we get these girls so fixated on these dolls and these perfect Kens and Barbies and these look? Don't the girls have enough problem now with all the
We were talking
airbrushing
about that.
of the magazine? Dolls are useless, okay? You want to do something for your kid? Read a book.
Amen.
Put that doll down. Stop being make-believe. This is why girls are so messed up now.
There you have it. One last one. Kim K's daughter gets a matching Lamborghini like her dad. What do you think about that?
Kim who?
She is not a real woman.
Oh, you guys talking about Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
I don't...
Right there. The little matching Lamborghini just like her father, Kanye. What do you think about that?
I don't follow this stuff.
It's on Yahoo.
You know what? I guess she has a big ego, just like her daddy. So I don't know. You know they do that for publicity. You know, when you lack talent, sometimes you have to keep your name in the media because you fear that someone's going to catch up with you and it's going to go away. But hey, as long as the consumer
Keeps buying it.
continue to buy it. Amen to Kim K and Kanye, because it's the consumer's fault. If you want them to go away, stop buying it.
Who inspires you?
Oh my God, I was about to say me.
They're like, yeah.
I could say my grandmother inspires me a lot. My husband inspired me. You know, we go through the show.
He's like,
we go through the show together. But just it could be.
he drove you over here.
It could be the everyday woman on the street that inspires me. It's just so many different people I like for different reasons. You know, I try not to idolize no one, but, you know, if I could be someone that I could say, oh my God, I love Steve Jobs. He's such a visionary. Growing up, I had that whole Mary Tyler Moore thing in my head that I was going to do this and I was going to do that. You know, and then I'm an athlete. So when I look to like that athlete that don't quit, never say never, you know, I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan, but, you know, he's going to give it all to win, you know, and that's how I am. Those type of people inspire me, you know, people who don't quit.
Any advice you can give to somebody watching you right now, listening to you right now, that says, I want to be her one day, I want to create a show one day, even if they're, no matter what age, what do you want to tell them?
I say create the show. A lot of people told me to stop. It wouldn't work, or, you know, people are going to always tell you what's not going to work. A lot of times people try to put fear in you because they're afraid. They actually want to do things themselves. Just do it. Do it. Even if it doesn't succeed, at least you try. You will never have that nagging thought for the rest of your life that you did not try. And you try it, you don't like it, okay. But I say if you got something you want to do, try it. Especially if it's a career goal. You should definitely try it.
I got to admit, though, like being, you know, part of the hosts now, but not being there since the beginning, I could just imagine like everything, because I mean it's like starting a business. You're creating a brand of your own, and it's like, you know, all those sleepless nights, and I've been there for filming now, so it's like, you know, everything. And then you, more than anything, I mean, you're there before all of us. You're there like putting stuff up, picking stuff up, making sure the girls are wearing like what they're supposed to be wearing if you like it, you know. You're just everywhere, and you do wear many hats. You know, I feel like it's like a round of applause. Like, seriously.
Oh, I want to ask you something before we close the show. If a lot of people, it's really easy to talk about when you're succeeding or when you're actually seeing something accomplished.
This is a good question. Yes.
How many times did you get the no's? How many times did you get the feeling of, is this really going to happen? Because I think for a lot of people out there, is they like to be inspired because they see somebody doing there, but they never get to see all the, well, we could say failure, but it's not failure because we kept going. But how many no's
all the time
did you go through?
Still get no's every day. A no is just a beginning point. That's how you have to look at it. But you get no's all the time. And failures, oh my God. This time of year, a lot of people don't know this about the show, is that I usually take off a month and take myself into hiatus and revamp the show a little bit. I make changes. I made changes last year at this time. It was something I had to look at myself and say, you know what, I need to make changes, because I had came off a huge failure. I had a nightmare of a show where a guest actually stormed off because the host, a former host, decided to get into a debate with the guests, and it was a political debate, and it was the worst moment of my life. But I didn't stop. Most people would have given up, and I don't give up, because I want to see this to the end. So, but you don't stop. You know, you're gonna get no's. I listened to this show, and there was some guys on there talking about, they came up with woodchuck, something for your phones, and they was like, well, Best Buy turned us down 6 times, but now they're on BestBuy.com. You know, people know it's a beginning point.
Yes.
It's a starting point.
Yes.
And people don't realize that. You know why people tell you, no, get out my face, move on? It's the person that keeps coming back, and you wear them down. It's just like a kid. A kid will wear you down.
Yes. I just keep saying, they're not understanding me yet.
Yeah. So
let the listeners know and the viewers know how they can watch your show.
Well, you can watch our show. You can always go to everywaywoman.com. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. But everything. But also, you know, we're on K-Pass in Pasadena. We're on LA 36 in Los Angeles, and we're on PatNet in Long Beach. So we're on 3 local channels and growing. You know.
Awesome.
I can't wait. New Year's resolution? Do you have
I
one?
don't make them. I don't need them.
She just does it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
Don't set yourself up for failure with a New Year's resolution, because the minute you fall off that path you put yourself on, some people don't have the courage to keep going. They just give up.
Right.
I ain't making it to go to the gym. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just New Year's resolution.
Yeah, you have to go to the gym. You can work it out
I'd
at
rather
home.
not say nothing and stay fit.
Yes,
there you
exactly.
have it. Thank you so much for coming down
You're
to the
welcome.
show and being here. And seriously, I can't wait to for the future.
I know. Me too. I'm so excited.
I can't.
I'm
And
just
I'm excited to have you here and ending the show
Yes.
with that. And then
It was a true pleasure.
Thank you. And
I'm
Happy
honored.
New Year, ladies.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Yes. Be safe.
please keep stay tuned. We have Melinda.